The attack lasted only seconds, was silent, sudden, and totally unexpected. Black-covered forms materialized from all sides, moving like a pack of hunting wolves, silent, coordinated, and deadly. The tire rippers had been laid across the road and deployed just as Michael and the second car passed and rounded the bend. The lead and third car were struck by rockets and exploded almost simultaneously in white-hot orange balls of fire that rose vertically in the cold air. There was nothing left of the cars. The 6-man security team, 3 in each car, had been killed instantly. Michael's car had come to a stop, skewed sideways across the center of the road, all its tires ripped open. The driver, slumped over the steering wheel, was shot through the head. The separating window in front of Michael's face had been suddenly and silently sprayed with blood, then dripped bits of brain tissue. There was no time to react. He looked away in absolute terror, choking down waves of nausea and disgust. The samurai bodyguard sitting to his left in the back seat had already reacted and deployed the Tesla shield in a bubble enclosing both of them. It felt kind of tingly and had an iridescent, glittering, transparent look to it. It made them totally impenetrable to any kind of attack. The other 2 robots had moved outside the car and deployed their own shields. In a blur of action, the attackers fired small arms and then rockets at the 2 samurai. Others surrounded Michael's car, wrenched both the back doors open and attempted to get at him. Almost simultaneously, they all collapsed. The robots had acquired each of the 7 targets and fired multiple laser-guided electrochemical stunners through their shields at each of the attackers, instantly immobilizing them. A code red transmission beacon with their grid coordinates was deployed via satellite, activating a device that automatically scanned all incoming and outgoing local communication bandwidths for enemy traffic. Any local transmissions were logged and recorded. In a burst of noise and power, the enemy ground attack support helicopter took off from beside the road. It reached less than 100 feet altitude before it was shot down. It exploded in the air and fell to the ground, burning fiercely. The whole attack had lasted probably less than 3 minutes from start to finish. The number 1 and number 2 samurai robots, now efficiently disarmed, manacled, and searched all 7 attackers where they lay, still paralyzed. All of them were human. The Mitsui Industries helicopter that had been shadowing overhead now landed beside the car, and the number 3 samurai picked Michael up, still inside the Tesla shield, and carried him into the rescue helicopters. 3 of the 7 attackers were brought in for special interrogation, leaving the remaining 4 on the ground where they lay for the police and a full official investigation and interrogation. "Are you all right, Michael?" He could hear the concern in Laura's voice. "No, I am not all right." The shock of the attack, the stark reality that they could actually do this, kill people to get at him, was crazy, unbelievable, but it had happened. He remembered how he had felt embarrassed, almost ridiculous, creating the samurai robots for his defense, creating actual war machines. This was such a different world than he was used to working with. He had no idea until now that they could function so well, or that he could actually need them, and that they could save his life. They had such efficiency and lethal armaments at their disposal that had not been included in their schematics. Laura's work, no doubt. But they had saved him this time for sure, not only from death, but from something else he had now come to consider as much, much worse: interrogation. He began to shiver with the accumulative shock of it all. "I'm going to have to sedate you, Michael. Your pressure and stress levels are way too high. Will you let me take care of you?" Yes, do anything, please." Laura dampened down the inputs to his midbrain emotional centers and activated his brainstem sleep center, which, in turn, disconnected his cerebral thought inputs. Almost immediately, Michael started feeling a soft, floaty effect, drifting through cotton ball layers, warm and safe, then softly downwards into a deep, dreamless, regenerative sleep. Michael was just way too sensitive. He was not designed for this kind of excitement. On the other hand, she found these games humans played amongst themselves to be so trivial, but interesting in their unending variety and creativity. Variations on the endless theme of sex, money, and power, over one another any way they could. They would even destroy, as they had today, their incredible electrochemical machine bodies, each one a creational masterpiece. The nature world was entirely different, practical. It destroyed only in a functional, prearranged cycle of conservation, energy, and regeneration, controlled by a devic nature intelligence. Humans would destroy anything, including themselves, to satisfy all kinds of emotional needs, caught up in cycles that they were not even aware of, were apparently unable or unwilling to extract themselves from. And that is the end of this reading for you all. I hope it gave you some insight into different shades and colors that are in this book. There's a very spiritual and teaching road home. These are all practical, real stuff. This is not make-believe. And I put in this real-life, sharp drama. And I hope that you will appreciate and enjoy the book as you read through this and come to these sections. Thank you very much and have a great day, and thank you for listening to me. Jeffrey Mann, over and out. Thank you.